Just the back and forth momentum flop, but there's a big rock. Here comes Romero, but a pull counter.
There we go. We have a champion, ladies and gentlemen. Your champion.
Sean Strickland here, and I'm gonna show you how I beat the fuck out of fucking the last fucking style bender. Hey, look at this guy's gamer tag. He thinks he kills peeps. You don't kill anybody, Izzy. The only thing you kill is your dog. Meanwhile, speaking of dogs, I'm gonna walk over. What is it, Drickus Duplessis? Drickus Duplessis this weekend. He thinks he has enough of my jabs. He thinks he has enough of my Philly show offense. None of these guys in middleweight, they don't know what I've been through. They don't know anything that I've been through. I'm just a fucking piece of shit. Piece of shit that knows how to fight. You know, I'm just blessed to be able to do this and beat the fuck out of people for money. And the world's so fucking sensitive these days that I can go bash a man's head in with my fucking hands, but God forbid I say something on Twitter about Ian Gary. And don't even get me started about Drickus Duplessis talking about me. It's a completely different story when you bring up my childhood, man. The rules don't apply to me. You know, I got a loving coach, Eric Nixick. He's a fucking man. And I'll be damned if a man who jerks off the cartoons is gonna beat me. Both in real life and virtually. So fuck off, Adesanya. They all doubted me after my accident. They said I'll never come back. They thought after I lost to the first Nigerian, I couldn't be another one. Well, guess what? Payback's a bitch. Come on, Adesanya. Come on, Izzy. Come on, Izzy. Fight back, Adesanya. I thought all I knew how to do was throw jabs. Huh? Oh, look, the Chinese man's fighting back for once. Aren't you wearing the wrong color, fucker? But anywho, I think their adrenaline's wearing off, so... The Sean Strickland here, and I'm going to teach you how to fight like me on UFC 5. Alright, so the first thing I do is, I rarely concede center, right? This fucking guy thinks he's me all of a sudden, so somebody gets in my fucking face, I let loose all the hands. You guys saw it against Jared Cannonier. And what I like to do is I stay right in front, I see where the head's going off the center line, and I wait for it to return. Like this fucking this anime watching Adesanya. Come on, Izzy. What type of a joke fucking round was that?
Ready to fight? Ready.
Alright, we're back. We're back. I'll touch my... The only reason I'll touch your gloves because we talked to each other in the DMs in this rematch. You know, I even made things up with Drickus Duplessis. You know, he said he's sorry about bringing up my childhood. So, you know, it takes a real man to do that, to apologize when he knows he's wrong. What the fuck was that anime bullshit you just did on me? Come on, Izzy. We don't do that shit around here. All we do is Philly show. You think you're gonna be able to beat me? Huh? No man who jerks off the cartoons is gonna beat me, the Sean Strickland. Come on. All right, enough of the Sean Strickland impressions. I can only do that for so long. It's obviously not the best fucking impression, but I figured that, hey, why not? Have some fucking fun while showcasing Sean, right? Because Sean has the opportunity to have his first title defense against Mr. DDP, who we're facing off against here for our third fight. Yeah, he's going buck wild as Dricus du Plessis should. So I think the real thing is Sean's composure against du Plessis is going to be a very key thing. Obviously not giving this man any ground. He's going buck wild with the combinations. But it's very important that I do think that if du Plessis gets on top, you know, we've seen it with against Kamaru Usman a couple years ago. And the thing is with a lot of fighters, if they don't find themselves in the same positions that they were in some of their most recent losses, they are very likely to repeat it again, especially if it's an area of expertise that's not really their forte. So striking, you see the adjustments he made. Woo! Against Alex Pereira versus Adesanya in terms of composure and circling pretty well. But the grappling has yet to be tested. I mean, I think, what was it? He had fought somebody on short notice. It was like a main event. The dude was like 25-7. And it sucks that I know this guy wants to slip counter me, but I'm trying to stay in character with the slips, the slips and 1-2s. There we go. Busted up his nose. That level 5 1-2 is a motherfucker. But and remember, he got taken down. His back taken early in the bout, and then Strickland ended up finishing the individual. I think it was Abis Magomedov? I think that's who it was. Ooh, ooh, DDP, you going too crazy. And he ended up finishing him around 2. So the thing is, you don't want to get somebody who's a physical specimen like Dricus du Plessis a shot at submitting you, especially because this man just gives no flying fucks. Like you guys probably saw the clip in my du Plessis showcase. You know, I showcased a bit of the stuff from his bout with Derek Brunson, and fucking hell, like the dude, it looks like a fucking slobber knocker of a fight. And somehow he pulled away the victory. So du Plessis and all of his there's a method to his madness. And it's very important that Sean Strickland does what he does best. Stay real disciplined with his counters. Control the octagon. And do what he needs to do to sap away at the gassing. I do think the first 2 rounds are going to be the most dangerous for Sean Strickland. But if he gets away with those without not taking too much damage, he should be looking at a pretty I think he should get his title defense. But it really depends on the damage that he takes. We did see against Jared Cannonier, man, that the power was enough to sway the judges in his favor. And that's something that's to be looked at when he's fighting du Plessis. Now that we have the gist of what du Plessis is doing here, we start to utilize some of our backstep counters. Try to close out the show. Discipline Sean Strickland. This guy's, ooh, that's interesting. Yeah, pop, pop, 2. Right there, pop him again. Get him off beat. Ooh, fucking the power of du Plessis. Dricus du Plessis, that's how you say it. According to my South African buddy, not Dino Gamer, who's #1 on the leaderboards. Ooh, don't let me work you there. Look at that fucking Philly. Man, the Philly show is a fucking term for fight night. Man, it's just a shoulder roll. It's a shoulder roll. You're deflecting. It's not some fucking secret move. It's a guard that you use in conjunction with other guards. Like if you actually look at Sean Strickland, it's not just the fucking shoulder roll that he's doing. He's doing things like mummy guard, right? When he's leaving his hands outstretched and framing half away, using his hands to kind of frame and block off his opponent's shots. Like it's not just the shoulder roll. If you only think it's the shoulder roll, then you're in for a bad time. Even against his bout against Adesanya, like I've seen Adesanya deal with people who utilize some form of a shoulder roll, and not seeing Adesanya utilize all his tools is gonna sit with a lot of his fans for a while, because people were pulling up old clips. I'm like, look how he dealt with it here. Well, I'd say it's the mental game, which we you know, obviously discussing the discussion with the trash talk with Sean Strickland and Dricus du Plessis. They obviously buried the hatchet. Some people are annoyed that they did, which is odd. You know, I do like the fact that with Sean Strickland that he is able to. Brother, that should be it. Oh, of course not. Oh, never mind. It is. All right. I do like the fact that he's able to at least reel it in and be at least inhuman for a small percentage of the time. But that's going to be it for the Sean Strickland showcase. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that little. That's not the best fucking Sean Strickland impression, but that's the best I can fucking do. So obviously don't expect to wow anybody. But I just hope to make some of y'all laugh. But what's my predictions for this main event? It really comes down to how that first round goes. If Sean is able to nullify du Plessis in the first 3-4 minutes or so, and we see du Plessis be very gun shy for whatever reason, he's gonna walk away with another decision. However, if du Plessis comes out with some pretty hard counters akin to Cannonier early, we might be looking at NU. But hopefully you guys enjoy this. To like and subscribe to the channel if you already haven't. Have a wonderful day and enjoy.
Sean Strickland.